Right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol NAKD, Naked Brand Group. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And all I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video and to stay tuned on in towards the second half of this video, guys. Right after this chart analysis, I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys to expand your opportunities. It's already up 10% since I mentioned it over at the Patreon. And I also am going to share with you guys the ticker symbols I mentioned this morning over at the Discord. We hit 2 home runs. One was 20% plus, the other was 30% plus on the day. And if that's something you want to become part of and you want to know the live updates on what stocks I'm watching daily, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together to maximize profits and minimize losses. So NAKD stock, Naked Brand Group stock, is actually pulling back, guys, but sitting in a sideways movement and above the lows down here of 68 cents. I think that's the most important support level right now, but we have a new important support level based off today's price action. So every pullback sometimes is looked at as a setback, but in my eyes, it's usually a setup for the next run. Now, Naked Brand Group stock, NAKD stock, is actually in a position where this is a little bit risky because it's in a position of tug of war. So the bulls really need to come strong before this actually starts looking like a setback and not a setup. So let's talk about some key points here. So the 50-day moving average is 77 cents. It's currently sitting at 78 cents. So if this pulls back further down, right, our first support level to watch here in bearish territory is 73 cents. And this is still in tug of war zone. So we want to see how it reacts between the 50-day moving average and our support if the bulls try to reappear and bring it back up, or if the bears are tearing this one down fairly fast. Super important. Now, our resistance level is 79 cents. That's the first point that the bulls need to break through, but not significant enough to pull it further away from the 50-day moving average or say it's out of tug of war zone. What the bulls really need to break through is up here at 86 cents, guys. 86 cents was touched twice in the pre-market and also in the opening of the market, and it has been rejected since. That is the most important resistance level right now for this momentum to continue and for the bulls to actually turn this quite setback, right, or pullback. In the eyes of some, it's a setback, if not turn it into a setup to push up higher. Because if they can go ahead and break through 86 cents, kind of create a staircase effect and jump off of it, it can continue the momentum that it was going to go into, and this little pullback gave it room to go even higher. So right now from here to here it is up, but it is also pulling down and it's in tug of war zone. And excuse all the lines, all the arrows, I hope it doesn't confuse you, but we're gonna have to see if this is a setup or a setback, and we will know tomorrow as this continues to play out, especially in this tug of war zone. If you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share it with your friends and community so they can receive the insight as well. And all I ask for is 3 to 5 more minutes of your time. I'm going to share with you guys a ticker symbol that I mentioned this weekend over at the Patreon, and it's already jumped up 10% plus on the week. And I'm going to explain to you guys what I see in the charts and what is looking interesting about it, as well as the ticker symbols I mentioned this morning. We hit 2 home runs. And if that's something that interests you and you want to become part of to receive live updates on the stocks I watch, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description, and we look forward to having you join us. Stay tuned. So the ticker symbol I have for you guys today is one that I've mentioned before over at the Patreon, and it is a ticker symbol that's already jumped up 10% on the week. We're going to look at it together, but before we do, I want to share with you guys the opportunities we mentioned this morning over at the Discord. And if that's something that interests you and you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description to the Discord. And by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So we mentioned IGC at 185. This gave about 3 to 5% opportunities and a few jumps above 5%, but this was not that strong. We went ahead and talked about NEXT. I don't like to recycle stocks, but this was a stock that I bought in the day before at 293. I was still holding. I had high conviction. I was about to sell it for a 20% plus opportunity yesterday. I didn't. I held through to today, and we're going to look at that chart in just a moment because this was our home run for the day. We also talked about GBS at 325. This jumped up nicely. We talked about lots, right? LOTZ. We've been talking about this one since it was at $4 and some change. It was sitting at 620 today. It gave us plenty of room last week from 10 to 20%. And today alone, it turned out to be a big jump as well. We talked about VBIV. This gave about a 5 to 10% opportunity. And then we also talked about, which you can't see here because it's a long list, we talked about DGLY, Digital Alley, and it jumped up about 5 to 8%. So let's look at the stocks, how they jumped up, our best performers of the day. So Lots was a home run for the day. LOTZ, right? When I mentioned it at 620. Let's just go ahead and look at this together so you guys can see here when I talked about Lots. Back on June 1st, it was one of the stocks I talked about, and it was sitting at 438. It was in a downward trend, and it was kind of consolidating, and I saw it as an opportunity for whoever wants to swing trade, day trade, or even long-term trade. So when we go ahead and look at this together, you will see here how much it's jumped. I mean, from 438 to 620 and a high today of 740. Yeah, this is given between 30 to 50% almost on the jump since, or probably even more than that actually, since I mentioned it, but really close to those levels. Now, today is when we mentioned it at 620. I had stated in the message that this was once one of our stocks from the weekly watch list, right? And today it has made it in our daily, right? So it was actually very interesting that I saw it in the daily opportunity, and it was sitting at 620, took off to a high here of 737, highest point 20% plus. Now, the other stock we mentioned was NEXT. We mentioned it at 421. It actually was pulling back. We had mentioned it the day before. It was a home run yesterday. I don't like to recycle stocks, but it was looking like an opportunity. And fairly quickly, it jumped up 20 to 30% in just a matter of minutes, pulled back down, consolidated, and gave a high from that point to 40% plus opportunity at that high, guys. This was phenomenal. I caught this one at 293, so I got a little bit more than that, and that was actually very bold of me. I don't like to hold penny stocks overnight, but my conviction was high on the reasons why this stock was very important on its fresh news of analysis upgrades. Now, the other one I mentioned was GBS. GBS was sitting at 325 when I mentioned it this morning. It jumped up pretty quickly within just 15 to 20 minutes and gave a highest point of 10 to 15% plus. It was phenomenal. Pulled back again and gave another 5 to 10% opportunity, and then almost giving another 10 to 15% opportunity anyone that held through the volatility if they caught it down in this area and held through the jumps of the ups and downs. But at the end of the day, this was great for our expectations. 5 to 10% is a regular day, 10 to 15 and 20% is a great day, and 20% plus is a home run. So we went ahead, had a great opportunity with this one. We hit a home run with Next, and we hit a home run with Lots. So what's the ticker symbol you want to add to your watch list? Well, I talked about this one over the weekend, and this is Array Technologies. This has been beaten down pretty hard. And if I put here the 30-minute chart, you could see how it's been torn down to the downside, almost like Lots, right? When we caught it. Now, this was actually a stock that I started watching close to $13, $14, jumped up to 16. I saw it consolidating, but pulling back. And as it was pulling back, I mentioned it this weekend, and the first trading day of the week was Monday, which was yesterday. It hit a low of 14.59, and it's taken off to a high here of 16.86, right? Giving a nice jump of 10 to 20% right there in just a matter of 2 days. So this is definitely a stock you want to have on your watch list for either further weakness downwards or consolidation before the next run, because when you zoom out, you can see there's a lot of room. I definitely recommend doing more research and due diligence on this. In no way, shape, or form am I giving this as financial advice. I'm just here to enlighten everyone on the stocks I'm watching, why I'm watching them, when I'm watching them, and you guys can go ahead and do further due diligence and make a rational decision as an investor on what you're seeing and what you have found. Now, if you want to know when I'm watching these stocks live, you're more than welcome to join us. The link to the Discord is down below in the description. You'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to maximize profits, minimize losses, learn and grow together. And we look forward to having you join us. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.